All right. Good evening, ladies. So we've just gotten back from convention. Um, I'm super pumped. I think both of you guys who are on are planning to go next year. Is that right? Yes. Elizabeth, like you said, you were planning on getting your ticket on Friday, hopefully. Um, so you guys, it is like I say this every year, it is life changing going to convention. It is, I mean, just to see the mission behind our company, not even all the free products, because y'all, we got a lot, I'm just saying, but just the mission behind our company and seeing it visually. And like with, I mean, there were 10,000 people, 10,000 presenters there. It was huge, although that's really minute compared to how many people we have in this company. Obviously, a lot of those people are kidnappers, but Eric Worre said we were basically little peons in the convention world, because if we were any kind of company, we would be having way huger conventions and filling stadiums. I mean, we had like 94,000 presenters sign up last month. It's crazy, right? So we should be having huge conventions. Our goal should be to get our teams to convention. Because if we get our teams to convention, we're going to make more money, essentially, but we're also going to build a stronger team group and be unified, and just have a stronger bond with each other and build. I mean, we're building an empire here, guys. Seriously. So I just wanted to go over some clarifications that Derek made in that video that I tried to share with you guys earlier. So in this group, it's for elites and above. So anybody green status or above, you get in this group, and Derek kind of leaks some stuff and goes over any questions that the elite and above level presenters have. So we had a lot of people evidently had questions about this not the comp plan as much as the new subscription program. And if you watched my video this morning, I was wrong. I fed wrong information to y'all. This loyalty customer is only for customers. It does not count for us. So this is something to make our customers feel special and strictly just for the customers. And that includes the bonus bundles that will be available for them in the future. I think they were going to do those bundles like every quarter or something. But let me think what else I was going to tell you. I also do not think, he didn't specifically say this, but the way it was going, I'm pretty sure that the mascara thing is not for presenters either. Because again, this is something to make our customers feel special and to make them more, like preferred people, and give them some perks to being, because if our goal is to get repeat customers. So if they're on the loyalty program or if they're on the subscription program, they're coming back to us every single time. And with them getting free samples with every one of their mascaras that they get, they're going to be trying new products and coming back if they like those to get more. What else? I also said that the free shipping, it is free shipping on the Epic subscription program, but only on the initial order can you add more to your cart. So I thought you could do that with so I guess you could cancel and restart it, and with that order add more every time, because there's not a fee to start and there's not a fee to cancel. It's just you pay the $24 for the mascara. So I guess you could work the system like that. But I don't think that's the ultimate goal. The other thing that is going to change that you all will be hearing about on Monday, actually you're going to hear it from me tonight, but Monday Derek will be live in the presenters only page. And if you guys are not I think you guys that are watching are, but if you are all who are tuning in later are not a part of that, I have linked those groups that you need to be a part of in our team group, in Positivity Posse. And I believe that Tiffany has them in her Makeup Heroines group as well. And it has the pop page, the onboarding presenters page, and the kudos page. Those are 3 pages that you guys need to make sure that you all, or 3 groups that you guys need to make sure you're in if you're not already in those groups. But the thing that he announced today was that parties are changing. So because of this new comp plan and because of we're going to be making a crap ton more money with this comp plan, you guys, like a ton. And that goes across the board. I mean, we're going to have yellow status presenters that are earning car bonuses. Okay. It's going to be phenomenal. So, they're changing the parties. There will no longer be a 3-tier system. You hit this tier, you get 10%, this tier you hit 12, this one you hit 14. It is a straight 10% across the board. You still have to qualify at $200. So straight 10% across the board for our hostesses. And as presenters, we are only allowed to have 1 qualified party a month. And that is based on the end date. So if you're running a party, this goes into effect October the 1st. If you're running a party, September 25th through October the 5th, you need to cut that party off at the end of the month so that it ends in September. And you can have another now you can host as many parties as you want, but you can only earn rewards off of 1 qualified party. Okay. So the goal here is to have more customer-based parties. And it only makes sense that we're going to be making more money in the comp plan, that they had to adjust somewhere. So that was their reasoning for this, and this was the best way they could do it. And presenters only get 5% in Y cash back, and there are no more half-off items, which is, I think, a great thing, because if somebody gets a half-off item, you get absolutely no commission. They could order a $300 collection, you get 0 sippity squat off of that. So I think that's great that there's no more half off items. I never use my half off items. If you have half off items in your back office, you have until they expire. So whenever they expire is when they will go away. They will still honor those, but there will just be no more earning of the half off items. So I wanted to just talk real quick about my plan for the next, the upcoming weeks. I'm going to finish out August and see how it goes and tweak what I need to tweak if need be. So I'm kind of doing a little bit of what Tiffany has done in her page, or is supposed to be doing her page. I think she started it and then we went to convention and it all kind of went to crap, but we're planning to get back on track this week. So every Tuesday we're going to have a team talk just like this. I'm going to get a group chat started just for us and not just in Makeup Heroines, because I think we need to be growing as our own team and not just as, not just in Tiffany's team. I think we need to be bonding together. So we're going to have a team talk. Hi, Kristen. We're going to have a team talk every Tuesday night, and I may decide to push this back to like 9:30 or 10 just because I left my dinner on the table because, soccer practice and everything else. So tomorrow will be Work It Wednesday. I'm going to post some type of task or probably just some type of post that you can post on your page that, to tweak it for your own being and just something to help. Hang on, Beth, I'm going to mute you. Okay. Something to help get your mind going and get some ideas going as far as like what to post to get some more attraction in your business. Thursday, we're going to have I think that's what I'm doing here. Yeah. Thursday, we're going to have a takeaway Thursday. I'm either going to do a video or post a video, whether it be a training or personal development, or I guess training technically is personal development, but I'm going to post some type of something in the group a video to watch, a passage to read, a blog to go read, and you all are to go and read that and bring back your takeaways and post them in the comments. Friday is going to be our follow-up Friday. I'm going to give you a follow-up task to do based on our Work It Wednesday post, and based on, your past custom orders. Right now, if you have not yet made the do you like black or brown, waterproof or regular mascara, which I think everybody has, you need to do that. You need to comment and you need to message every single person who has liked or commented on that status. The other thing I'm doing is that back in June, when I was pushing for Cancun, I sold like 74 mascaras. So I'm going to follow up with all of those people and talk to them about the subscription program and see if they're interested in it, because it's about time. It will be about time for them to get a refill, which they may want to go ahead and do it, or they may want waterproof or whatever. So I'm going to go ahead and follow up with them on that. So we'll have a follow-up Friday task. On Saturday, we're going to have a Soul Sister chat. And I will be asking one of you guys to go live in the team group and talk about something you feel led to talk about, or something I think that you're real good at, okay? Sunday is going to be Set It Up and Seek It Out. Two separate things, though, not correlating together. So Seek It Out, I'm going to send you after I'm going to send you after something, whether it's training on the website. I probably will do it based on the back office. Like, tell me where you find this and screenshot it and put it on the in the thing. I just think it's important that we get into our back office and really get to know it. If you have not already done that, I think it's important to get in there and know everything. Something that I don't see happening as much with our team necessarily versus in some of the other chats is that there's a lot of question asking going on, and I am not opposed to answering anybody's question. But a lot of the questions can be found in your back office. And as the team grows, I feel like the standard needs to be go look for the answer in your back office under support, under your trainings, wherever that's why we're going to do this Seek It Out Sunday, so that you can get familiar with your back office and you can go find those answers. And then if you can't find the answer, that's when you come back to the group and say, hey, I'm struggling to find the answer to this. As the team grows, I know we aren't huge right now, but I look at some of the teams of women that were like at convention, and they had like 10,000 people on their team. And I'm like, I can't answer 1 million questions from 10,000 people. That's like a ridiculous amount of questions. So I feel like that's the standard we're going to set. Go find the answer, or go look for the answer to your question. And if you can't find it, or it's still unclear, then come to one of the leaders and ask your question. So Seek It Out Sunday, and then we're going to set it up, which is going to be to set up our goals for the week. And it doesn't necessarily have to be we'll do that on Sunday, because that's what Sunday's about. And then Monday is going to be just Motivation Monday. It's going to be something positive and some type of motivational something to get us pumped up for the week, because everybody knows we love Monday, right? We love Monday. So one more thing I wanted to talk about. That's the plan. That is my plan for the rest of August. We're going to do that weekly, or I guess I'm going to do those daily tasks. And I'm committing to do this. Like, I am all in. I'm going for it. We are pushing. If you're with me, let's go. If you're not, that's cool too. But I'm pushing for some big major goals this month and next month. And I'm committing to doing these things every day. And I'm telling you guys because, one, you guys need to help hold me accountable too, because we all have lives and get distracted. But I'm giving these things to you guys as an extra something, guide to go by, some training to look forward to. And the more you see things and hear them, it doesn't matter how many times you've heard them, they're going to become more second nature to you as you start doing them. So I've been reading a new book, and y'all, holy crap. Let me find the name of it because it is amazeballs. I saw it in the airport, actually. And please don't start playing. It's called
Chapter 5.
It is called How to Lead When You're Not in Charge by Clay Scroggins. And that's it. What does that say? Leveraging Influence When You Lack Authority. So this book has just been like, I'm already getting ready to start chapter 5. I got it on Audible. If you are not, I did not realize this, but Audible, it's like $14.95 a month, I think, and you get 3 free books a month, or you can buy more than that, and they're all audiobooks. And I have gone through 5 chapters in 2 days, which is pretty sweet because it would take me like 2 years to do that normally because I don't have time to sit down and read. And when I'm in the car all day, it really helps. And your first 2 books are free. So if you've never used Audible before, you get 2 free books as soon as you sign up for it, and you don't even have to keep the membership. But I've been reading this book, and I wanted to talk about, I'm going to kind of use this book as some leadership training for you guys. But starting off, it talks about identity and knowing who we are and how we cannot be good leaders and we cannot lead other people if we are not first leading ourselves. There are 3 major identity traps that we all fall in. One is choosing multiple passports. Okay. So you're like Jason Bourne and you don't really know who you are. And you find your little box and you've got 8,000 passports with different names and you don't know who you are. So you're changing your identity to fit the circumstances that you're in. The other identity trap that we fall into is using a fake ID. Number one, it compromises your integrity because you're pretending to be somebody or someone you're not. It actually causes you more anxiety because, the longer you draw out a lie, the harder it is to keep up with it and to keep chasing your tail with the story. It's also a form of hiding from who you authentically are. And I can't read my own writing. I don't know what that meant, so I'm going to skip that part. Yeah. Anyway, you probably had a really great point, but I can't. Oh, it's excusing our weaknesses. That's what that says. I was on the plane and like falling asleep. So using a fake ID is excusing our weaknesses, and we have to know what our weaknesses are in order to overcome them and to truly have our own sense of self-identity. The other thing we do is we exaggerate our height and weight, like, on our license. And these are just like examples. It's not really like height and weight, but, so being overly generous, being overly generous with the way you see yourself can have consequences, and accepting words are hard today. Accepting a distorted identity is failing to live in reality and will affect your ability to lead. What I love most about this book is that the author is he started out as a youth pastor, and now he is a lead pastor at this big church somewhere. And he references a lot of this stuff back to the Bible, and you may or may not be spiritual, or you may or may not be religious in the Christian sense, or whatever your beliefs are. Basically, he references a lot to the Bible, but it all basically comes back to a faith system of some sort, whether you believe in the power of the universe, or whether you believe in God, or whether you believe in the laws of attraction, or whatever it is. But I love that he references back to the Bible, and for this particular part, he references Romans 12:3, and it's Paul speaking, and he's talking about, he says, think of yourself with sober judgment. That kind of hit me kind of hard, because I think a lot of times we We play ourselves up to be something we're not, even though it might kind of be who we are, but it's, we're either over the top or under. And if you think too low of yourself, like if you think you're unqualified or unworthy of leadership, you're going to miss opportunities to make a change or do something great, because you're always going to think that you're not good enough, or you're always going to think that somebody else out there is better at this than you are. If you think too highly of yourself, you overestimate your abilities, you take credit for the work of others to promote yourself, you're hiding your mistakes and you're bragging on your successes, and you're living in fear of exposure from hiding those mistakes. You need to live and lead from a place of strength and security. I'm trying to decide if I want to go into this or not. Basically, I'll just wrap it up with this. We have to know ourselves. We have to know who we are. We have to know what we want. We have to know why we want these things. And you have to know the true core of your being and able to help anyone else. Self-identity is the conception you have of yourself, the core beliefs of yourself that you tell yourself all day long. So my challenge for you guys today and for the rest of the week to be thinking about is listen to the conversations you're having with yourself. Listen to what you say in certain situations. Like, turn that volume up and think about what it is your mind is telling you in certain situations. Is it positive or is it negative towards yourself or towards anybody else? Because the most important conversation you're ever going to have in your life is the one you have with yourself. And the things that you tell yourself on a daily basis are the things that you are going to start believing about yourself. So that's your challenge for the week, is to listen to that little voice in your head and see what it's saying to you, and figure out whether or not you need to tweak it and start saying some better, more positive things about yourself. We're going to go into some more stuff every week with these little team talks. There was one more thing that popped in my head that I forgot what I was going to say again. Oh, positivity. I'm putting this out there now, and I will be the first one to raise my hand and say that I'm guilty of this, and I can guarantee that all of us on here have been guilty of this at some point in time or another. In order for us to build a strong team, we have to stay positive. We have to tuck away all the negative thoughts we have, all of the personal, what's the word I'm looking for? Maybe the negative personal feelings we have towards other people, based on things that are not true, or based on your conception of something that you may not have a clue about. I met Jessica Parizek. I met Jessica Parizek when I was in Punta Cana too, but I got to talk to her Saturday night after the ball, and I just gave her a big fat hug. If you all don't know who Jessica Parizek is, she is a Black status leader who a couple years ago lost her house in a flood in North Dakota, and then just recently lost her house to a fire, and she lost one of her dogs. It was just absolutely devastating. And she had just finished redoing this house, and then come to find out, the Monday before she comes to convention, her other dog got hit by a car. So she was like an absolute mess while she was there. So I just hugged her, and she said, I hate that we get prejudged for doing what we do when people don't see what's going on behind the scenes. They see us as these rich little hoity-toity people who get to do all these wonderful, amazing things, but they don't see that after dinner last night that I went out and fed 20 homeless people. They don't see the generous things that we do behind the scenes. They don't see that we are serving a much bigger purpose and have bigger hearts than just to be in it for ourselves and in it for the money, because that's not what this is about. And if you're in it for the money, you're in it for the wrong reasons. The money's great, but the mission is most important. And if I've learned anything from this convention and from this book so far, it is that you are not going to get anywhere by yourself, that you have to invest your time into others before anything is going to happen for you. You have to put the time into other people first. You also have to put the time into yourself. You have to find yourself before you can put that time into other people. And I think I've finally gotten to that point where I am ready to fill y'all up. And by doing that, it's going to fill my cup and it's going to make me happy and it's going to be awesome. I'm going to open the floor up for any questions about anything. We only have a couple more minutes, and if you all have, I'm going to start I kind of put a few people in that team chat a minute ago just to give you all the Zoom call number, but I'm going to put everybody back in a chat together, and we are going to be chatting as our own team, along with, we'll still have superheroines. Don't anybody leave that, because that's another place to go with questions and opinions from some more people besides just us. But I'll be starting our team chat back up. And if you guys have any questions, or if there is a topic that you want me to do on this team talk, please, please, please share that. Does anybody have any questions tonight? I'm going to stop recording.